Hello YouTube, welcome to my YouTube channel, Annabella, and today I am going to be reviewing BBC's and Bad Wolf production, Another Bennet Sister. So let's get to the review. Okay, my review of Another Bennet Sister is 5 out of 5 and 10 out of 10. It was excellent. It was wonderful. 5 episodes was 2 hours and a half because each episode was about 20 minutes or 29 minutes or 30 minutes. It was really, really good. And then meant the other, so it was 10 episodes in total. 5 was like 2.5 hours. The other 5 was 2.5 hours. So it gave us the grand total of 6 hours, which was perfect. You didn't feel overwhelmed. You didn't feel like you were watching a mini movie like you do in Bridgerton. It just goes on and on, never ending. It's purposeful. Every interaction matters. Every episode matters, which is brilliant. I love the fact they gave Mr. Hurst something to do. I love the fact that Charlotte Bingley came back. I love the fact that we got to see more of Mr. Collins and Charlotte Lucas. Now Collins. I love the fact, but also what was missing was the Collins' baby, which does happen in Pride and Prejudice, the book. For those that don't know what I'm babbling about, I'm talking about Another Bennet Sister, which just focuses on Mary Bennet, the one with the spectacles. Because Lydia marries Mr. Wickham, Kitty they manage to marry off, Jane and Elizabeth get married respectively. Jane to Mr. Bingley and Elizabeth to Mr. Darcy. I love the fact that he was in it, but he was his typical non-social self with his social headaches, and the fact that poor Elizabeth had to like hide him behind a newspaper and massage his shoulders because he just couldn't cope. Mr. Bennet basically passes because they were hoping that Mary Bennet's going to stay home and look after both of them. Mr. Bennet is very supportive of Mary getting spectacles. If you need glasses, just wear them. It's ridiculous. Just wear them. You can do the contact lenses if you must, but that's kind of eye fudgy with the serum and the whole thing, and you got to clean them, and otherwise you get eye crust. Just wear your spectacles and you can do anything. And you can also get goggles with your lenses in and go swimming. Just wear them. I have no patience for folks that don't wear spectacles that need them. I'm like, you're going to walk into a post, you're going to not see people. If you've got distance vision issues, you're not going to be able to drive. If you can't see short distances, you're not going to be able to read. Just wear them. It's the way of life. Anyway, back to Another Bennet, the Other Bennet Sister. Absolutely loved it. Thought it was fabulous. Really respectful of the material. You felt like you were watching a continuation of Austen, apart from Mr. Ryder, who I did feel was a tad Byron-esque with the whole like, I'm going to go to Italy and I want you to be my mistress and all of this. But it did show that Mary was more creative in her thinking than her sisters. I love the fact that she wanted to be a governess of older children and not younger children, because she tried that and it was like, this isn't gelling, but I know my stuff and everybody knows I know my stuff, but maybe I just need older pupils. I love that. It was really good. It actually showed that Mary could actually become a school teacher and do really well. I love the fact that she got with Tom. Thought he was a really decent guy. An engagement that lasts 3 years is always questionable in my mind. It just shows how young they were when they made it, when he got engaged to Miss Baxter. Loved it. Loved the gardeners, but then the gardeners always come off well. I love the fact they took Mary to the lakes, because it's a continuation of what the gardeners do from Pride and Prejudice. You get that. I also feel that Lydia was actually well presented, even though she was pregnant in this. I actually want to include, I feel like this is the perfect sequel to it, because you've got Pride and Prejudice, you've got Death Comes to Pemberley, and then you've got Another Bennet Sister. And actually I feel that Death Comes to Pemberley would actually be the great thing to happen after Another Bennet Sister. But that's just me, connecting the worlds, because we all like a world connection, don't we? Anyway, I absolutely loved it. I thought it was brilliantly done. I love the fact that they included the older actress who played Mary Bennet in the 1995 Colin Firth Pride and Prejudice. That is beautiful. Beautiful version. Why do we need any more versions? The Keira Knightley one was bad enough. We've got to suffer that, and I've got to suffer a Netflix one. Oh, Another Bennet. The Other Bennet Sister was brilliant. It was soft, it was gentle, but it also was really independent, and actually it merged some Bronte-esque elements into Mary, which I felt worked quite well. The fact that she wanted to be a unique individual. She didn't mind if she got married or not. The fact that she had a career first. The fact that she actually saw a little bit of the world, and her family encouraged that, with the gardeners in particular. I love the fact that Mary and Lizzie's relationship actually improved. I love the fact that Lizzie wrote to the gardeners after the whole Mr. Ryder proposal that wasn't a proposal. And I love the fact that Mary was able to confide in Lizzie and confide in Charlotte Lucas, now Mr. Collins. Now Mrs. Collins. I love the fact that you saw that she was able to have those relationships, just that her mother never valued it or saw it because she was too busy faffing around with Kitty and Lydia's ridiculousness. So that's my review. 5 out of 5, 10 out of 10 for me. It was brilliant, it was soft, but it was also had a really strong message. You know what? See the world first, get a career first, then think about marrying. I loved it. It was almost anti-Bridgerton. In fact, it was anti-Bridgerton. It was clever. The characters still retained their individual Austenness. I felt like it was just a continuation of Jane Austen, unlike that failed Sanditon stuff they tried. This worked, and it worked because it kept the original characters very much as they were, but it just placed them in new situations. And I think Mary is a classic example of actually somebody who needs to get out, get away from her family to grow. Loved it, because she's the middle child. Because Jane and Elizabeth, Dad had a lot of input, then Mary came along and he didn't, but he still encouraged her to, you know, read and be intellectual. And then Kitty and Lydia happened, and it was just like, oh, I'm giving up now with this whole parenting, like, ugh. But yeah, that's basically the end of my review. I really loved it, I really enjoyed it, and actually I binge watched 5 episodes, then I waited for the next 5 and I binge watched those, and I don't really care because I'm on Easter holidays, so I can. And I love the fact it was just half-an-hour episodes or 29-minute episodes. We need more of that. Bridgerton could be so much better if they only did it in half-an-hour episodes rather than the hour-and-a-half marathons, or the hour and 15 minutes, or the hour and 5. Anyway, I've done my review of Another Bennet Sister. Loved it. I will be reviewing Wuthering Heights by Emerald Farrow. I keep saying that, but I'm still seething about it. And then I also will be reviewing Bridgerton Part 2, and I'm still seething about that, what they said about Mary Wollstonecraft. Anyway, watch the BBC's version of Another Bennet's Sister. I loved it. It's a Bad Wolf production, which means it's going to be good. Thank you so much, and goodbye. I hope you enjoyed my review of the BBC's and a Bad Wolf production of Another Bennet Sister. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and do click the notification bell for my latest video. I will be doing Bridgerton Part 2 when I finish seething about it, and I will definitely be reviewing Wuthering Heights adaptation by Emerald Farrow. It is on the cards, don't worry. I just wanted to get Another Bennet Sister out of the way first. Bye!